Hello, my name is Shrey and welcome to Keeping a Keen Eye. And for this episode, I kept a really keen eye on ads while watching a bunch of sports and I have a few observations. Let's get started. So some time ago, I started watching golf because I was very bored and it was live on the only streaming app I have and surprisingly I kind of liked it. तो आप जब भी कोई नया स्पोर्ट देखना चालू करते हो, फर्स्ट थिंग यू शुड लुक फॉर इज द बिगेस्ट स्टार्स ऑफ दिस स्पोर्ट. उस स्पोर्ट में मेसी, रोनाल्डो, विराट कोहली कौन है? टर्न्स आउट देयर इज दिस मैन फ्रॉम नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड नेम्ड रोरी मैकिलरॉय, who as of recording this has won everything. So as I kept watching golf, I realized players have a lot of sponsors on their shirt. For example, world number 58 Sahith Theegala has 6 sponsors on his shirt. You would think he must be very marketable. पर फिर you look at our legend Rory McIlroy और उसने सिर्फ प्लेन नाइकी टी शर्ट पहनी है और उस पे किसी और ब्रांड का लोगो नहीं है. With this, we realize that not only Nike is paying McIlroy to wear that Nike t-shirt, but they're also paying him enough to not have any other brand's logo on it. They bought the entire real estate of that t-shirt. जिससे जब वर्ल्ड फेमस मैकिलरॉय की फोटो इंस्टाग्राम पे या मैगजीन में आपको दिखे तो आपको उस पे नाइकी के अलावा किसी और ब्रांड का लोगो ना मिले और सिर्फ नाइकी को सारी अटेंशन मिल पाए. This all threw me down the rabbit hole कि why do brands sponsor sports anyway? What makes a sponsor different from other sponsors? And a lot more questions. Let's take a deep dive. So golf is too fast and loud for me to follow. So I switched to something slow and less noisy. Let's talk about MotoGP. Watching MotoGP is like watching a bike in the middle of a lot of ads. MotoGP is a good example to bring that sponsors are more than just ads to sell t-shirts or any other products. Sponsors are basically stakeholders in MotoGP teams. अगर आप दुनिया की सबसे तेज बाइक बना रहे हो तो उसमें बहुत खर्चा होगा and that's why sponsors basically fund the team. The sport won't exist without them. But unlike golf, in the case of MotoGP, you would see that better team has more sponsors. Because why wouldn't a brand want their name on the fastest bike in the world? And more sponsors simply means more money for that team. And now since we know that sponsors act like shareholders, they have power over the team's decisions. जैसे कि Formula 1 की डॉक्यूमेंट्री Drive to Survive में दिखाया था कि Gunther Steiner, who is boss of Haas F1 team, had a meeting with a Russian oligarch who owns a chemical company. The oligarchs demanded Haas not to only completely rebrand the team but also hire his son to drive for the team. And Haas, being a very small team, agreed to Russian oligarch's conditions. क्योंकि अगर उनको कोई स्पॉन्सर ना मिले, a small team like Haas would die the very next day. And that meant a son of a Russian oligarch became a Formula 1 driver.
There is always pressure with the title sponsor, especially when the CEO of that company is the father of the driver. The pressure from outside is immense.
To MotoGP or Formula 1 जैसे expensive sports में there is a sponsor overload. It is understandable. They are watched by people who can pay for things. और ज़्यादा स्पॉन्सर्स मतलब मशीनरी डेवलप करने के लिए ज़्यादा बजट एंड बेटर मशीनरी मीन्स मोर विंस एंड दिस साइकिल कीप्स गोइंग ऑन. लेट्स मूव ऑन फ्रॉम दिस नीश एक्सपेंसिव स्पोर्ट्स टू समथिंग मासी. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट क्रिकेट एंड फुटबॉल. देयर इज द रनिंग जोक इन IPL कि उसमें क्रिकेट कम होती है और एड्स ज़्यादा होते हैं. पोल्स, सिक्सेस, विकेट्स, कैचेस सब कुछ स्पॉन्सर्ड है. Similarly, IPL team की jerseys are overloaded with sponsors, which is logical. IPL is very popular. But when we look at European football teams, they do not have as many sponsors as the IPL teams. For example, the English Premier League reaches to people all over the world. But most of the teams only have 3 sponsors on their kit. One in the center, one on the sleeve, and one logo of the kit manufacturer. So why can IPL teams have a lot of ads, but Premier League clubs can't? Here's my theory about it. The IPL team is easier for a brand to sponsor. It is easier to sign a short-term contract. IPL is a 2-month-long tournament. And all teams want to maximize their revenue within that 2-month time frame. As well as the brand sees this as an opportunity to get large number of eyeballs on their brand in a very short time. Whereas English Premier League runs for 9 months और फिर क्लब्स के बाकी भी टूर्नामेंट्स होते हैं जैसे कि FA कप, चैंपियंस लीग और वो ऑफ सीजन एग्जीबिशन मैचेस भी खेलते हैं. So as compared to IPL, the sponsorship contracts for Premier League teams are signed for long-term partnership and it's quite evident with how fans associate the sponsors with the teams. Everyone remembers Sharp TV with Manchester United or UNICEF with Barcelona. But not even many die-hard fans can recall who sponsored Mumbai Indians in 2020 when they actually won the IPL. एज अ बोनस, अगर आप गूगल पर सर्च करते हो टर्म्स लाइक बार्कलेज फुटबॉल या बार्कलेज लीग, गूगल आपको इस हफ्ते के प्रीमियर लीग मैचेस के रिजल्ट प्रोवाइड करेगा. दिस इज बिकॉज बार्कलेज यूज्ड टू बी द टाइटल स्पॉन्सर from 2001 to 2016. It was called Barclays Premier League. This is one great example of brand recall. कि it has been 10 years since Barclays has not been in the name of the Premier League, but still people associate Barclays with football, and Google search algorithm realizes that. तो इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम का करंटली किट स्पॉन्सर है एडिडास. एडिडास इज अ ग्लोबल जायंट इन स्पोर्ट्स अपैरल एंड गुड्स मार्केट. तो ऑब्वियसली वो दुनिया भर में बहुत सारे स्पोर्ट्स टीम्स और एथलीट्स को स्पॉन्सर करते हैं. दे आल्सो स्पॉन्सर द जर्मन नेशनल फुटबॉल टीम एंड द जर्मन क्लब FC Bayern Munich. On the athlete front, Adidas's main sponsor for the Indian cricket team is India's captain Rohit Sharma and legendary German and Bayern Munich footballer Thomas Müller. So during the 2023 Cricket World Cup, Adidas, Rohit Sharma and Thomas Müller on their Instagram posted a collab reel of Thomas Müller sending message to Rohit Sharma that he is rooting for India in the Cricket World Cup.
Hey Rohit, wishing you and the team all the very best for the World Cup in India. Go that the Tinka dream.
This is one example that how brands use their global influential athletes for promotional content for specific local audience. But this is not that interesting. A branded collab reel in 2023. Who cares? Well, it is not a big deal when we talk about this generation of social media. Let's rewind 8 years before this. During the 2015 Cricket World Cup, तब इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम का किट स्पॉन्सर था नाइकी, and the biggest athlete on Nike's roster was one and only tennis legend Roger Federer, who posted a photo on his Facebook profile holding a jersey of the Indian cricket team captioned #BleedBlue. Okay, job done. Federer got paid by Nike, got a few media coverage, and everyone was back to business. It is Roger Federer. He is the perfect man. Nothing ever goes wrong with him. Except something did go wrong with him this time. Turns out it caused a mild uproar among die-hard Federer fans in Pakistan who got hurt or confused that why is Roger Federer supporting India in the Cricket World Cup. Additionally, Federer is half South African and South Africa was playing that Cricket World Cup. Federer had to come in person and clarify that it was just a paid promotion and he is not the fan of Indian cricket team. Come on, it was 2015. People were not that aware of social media और ऐसे कोई strict rules भी नहीं थे कि Federer को disclose करना पड़े कि he is doing a sponsored post. Things are much better now on social media. कभी कोई fake news नहीं फैलती, लोग बिल्कुल overreact नहीं करते. It is much more peaceful and informed place now. Well, one can at least hope for it. According to this report by NDTV, in a casual Facebook poll, a total 10 out of 12 Federer fans got hurt, which isn't a big metric, पर इससे पता चलता है कि how much public images matter to the brand Roger Federer himself is. He can't afford pissing even one person off. And over next 10 years, we saw how he has leveraged his identity to become one of the greatest athlete turned businessman of all time. He is the GOAT. This is all over internet recently cause Roger Federer's estimated net worth has crossed $1 billion. And most of it happened after he retired from tennis in 2022. Let's take a quick recap. In 2019, Roger Federer and Nike's deal ended and he signed with Japanese fashion brand Uniqlo. Uniqlo were already big in the tennis game. They were sponsoring Roger's big rival Novak Djokovic until then. It was said that Federer wanted to launch a personal brand with Nike like Nike did with Michael Jordan, but Nike refused that, so he ended and signed with Uniqlo for $300 million for next 10 years. But plot twist, Uniqlo shoes nahi banata hai. For that, Roger Federer turned to his local Swiss shoe brand On Running and got himself a 3% stake in the company. Roger's association with On became a huge hit. Soon, On listed themselves on US stock market and has crossed over $17 billion in market value. जरा सी मैच करने पर पता चलता है कि Roger Federer's humble 3% stake in On is now valued above $500 million. So if you put these $500 million with Uniqlo's $300 million and other earnings over his 25 years long career, will take him well across $1 billion mark. That is how they count billionaires. Nobody is holding that much cash. On Running's major marketing tactic has so far been that वो खुद को बहुत exclusive दिखाते हैं. Owning a pair of On shoes means that you are part of an exclusive club. And that's for running shoes, not the sneaker market. वो बहुत ही selected athletes को sponsor करते हैं, mainly a few runners on the US college circuit and handful of tennis players. Additionally, being a tennis player sponsored by On means that Roger Federer himself backs you. So far there is Brazilian teenage prodigy João Fonseca, an American rising star Ben Shelton, और एक global star and my personal favorite, the current Wimbledon champion Iga Swiatek. And if you see closely, along with On, one of the brands you see on Iga Swiatek's kit is the Indian IT giant Infosys, जो कि अपने आप में बहुत funny है. Iga Swiatek is known for her mental health charities and is vocal about increasing workload in women's tennis. If Swiatek was an Infosys employee, she would quit on day one. ये तो jokes हो गए, but my question is why a B2B IT company is sponsoring a tennis player from Poland? Bigger question is why are there IT sponsors everywhere in sports? To name a few, in tennis, IBM sponsors the US Open, while Infosys sponsors ATP Tour and French Open. In data-hungry sports like Formula 1, there are IT companies like Oracle जो कि Red Bull Racing के title sponsor है, और Cognizant is with Aston Martin. There's AWS and Tata working with F1 itself. For the IT companies, this is not about brand visibility to sports fans. Fans को इनसे क्या ही मतलब, ये तो B2B companies हैं, और ना ही इन companies को ऐसा दिखाना है कि they are very cool and sporty like Red Bull Energy Drink or Marlboro. For these companies and to an extent even finance companies, they use sports mainly as a visible client in their portfolio. They are not just paying the team and slapping a logo on their t-shirt, they are extending their partnership by providing them with their services. In return, the result of their services will be broadcasted to the whole world. Ki look, Oracle is the partner of Red Bull Racing and they are now the world champions. This also gives them access to a whole new world. For fans, F1 is a race. For the chief of Cognizant, it is a networking event. There are 10 more F1 teams they can talk to. A lot of data providers, car part manufacturers, tire provider, a lot of big sponsors, TV broadcaster. Each and every one of them need IT service of some sort. They are not just there to enjoy the race as a sponsored privilege. जैसे कि इस clip को सुनो.
Yeah, how are you and what are you doing on the grid?
I'm doing great. I'm with AMD, so we're sponsoring the Ferrari car.
Okay, yes. So we're right. So you got VIP access. Look, you've got access everywhere by the looks of it. So that's the secret. Become a sponsor of Ferrari.
Yes, thank you.
Lisa Su is the CEO of AMD on the F1 grid and giving the interview to Sky Sports F1. But as you heard, she did not bother to mention that she is the CEO. It is because she is not at the F1 race for the media presence. She is there for other business purposes. Let's just take one final bigger question. What makes sports so ad friendly? I can think of a few reasons. अगर मैं कोई बड़ी कंपनी चला रहा होता तो why would I like to sponsor a sports team or a sports event? So this is a popular trivia key in a TV show. The Apple company never lets a villain use an iPhone because they don't wanna align their phone's image with a guy sending negative message. And this is why sports become an easy ground. In sports, the message is simple, it's sports. For the majority, nothing is political, sexual or illegal going on there. Therefore, brands के लिए sports एक easy form of media है to align themselves with. Sure, you would not want to sponsor a controversial athlete, but it is easier to spot them as compared to an influencer who show up with a mic every day, or a news channel who always have some sort of political alignment.
Kuch bhi?
Second, I think that there are so many sponsors is because sports are very boring. In a 90-minute football game, the ball stays in play for barely 55 minutes. And that ratio keeps getting bigger if we talk about sports with longer durations. So बाकी के time में viewer will end up looking at ads, and because nothing is happening for most of the time, this gives those ads conscious visibility. You might miss a short product placement in a movie, but if some betting app boards keep flashing in the back of football match, you might be a bit more intrigued. Third, I believe sports are the only remaining pillar of mass culture, especially in the age where entertainment is scattered. You can access 1,000 more music artists than people could 30 years ago. No music artist or a TV show can be as big as it used to be 30 years ago. लोगों के पास बहुत कुछ है अब consume करने के लिए. But when it comes to sport, there is still only one Indian cricket team playing one cricket World Cup every 4 years. That is the simplest differentiation I can come up with. So when a brand sees a sacred product like cricket hitting the mass market, they will fight to associate themselves with. That's why you don't have a sponsor for the Indian cricket team. You have a proud sponsor of the Indian cricket team just before they go bankrupt. और ये चीज़ें दोनों तरफ से काम करती है. स्पोर्ट्स हिट मल्टीपल डेमोग्राफिक्स. बड़े, बच्चे, अमीर, गरीब सब स्पोर्ट्स देखते हैं. If not live, at least highlights would be available 30 minutes right after the game. And it is possible because sponsors are the ones funding the event. They want eyes on their brand. They will happily accept everyone who is seeing, legally or illegally. Speaking of highlights, lifespan of an already happened sporting event is very high, with clips being circulated, memes, and even full replays people watch. You will never watch a month-old Instagram reel of an influencer, but you will watch highlights of your favorite players even years after their retirement.